Hey, how you doing? My name is Elle, and I want to thank you for putting your name and your email address in the box below, because this video right now is going to show you how you're going to be able to quit your dead-end 9-to-5 job that has no end in sight, and how you're going to be able to start making $1,200 per week from home in less than 60 days, okay? You are definitely in the right place. This video is going to be for you if you're tired of punching a clock and you want to learn how you can create your own schedule and work on your own time. This video is also going to be for you if you're tired of working minimum wage, you're tired of working long hours and getting little pay for the work that you put in. And this video is also going to be for you if you're looking for a way to create an extra income to bring into your household on top of what you're already making, so that it can make paying the bills and doing extra things a lot easier on your wallet. All right? So, give me 5 minutes of your time, undivided attention, and I promise you, by the time you finish watching this video, you're going to know exactly what it takes to make $1,200 per week from home in less than 60 days, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. So imagine this. You got to get up every single morning. You got to get dressed. Get your family dressed if you have family. It's not just you. You got to get in the car, get everybody loaded, drop them off at school or wherever have you, and then you got to take yourself to work. And you're driving and you're fighting through 30 to 45 minutes of traffic that is as far as the eye can see. And that's just the beginning of your day, because you still got to actually get to the place that you work at. And then once you get to the place that you work at, you got to be there from anywhere from 5 to 8 hours so that you can have enough money building up at the end of the week so that you can pay your bills. And you got to do this same activity Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Get up, get dressed, fight through traffic, show up at work 6 to 8 hours, and then go back home and then do it again. And then maybe, if you're lucky, you have the weekends to yourself. You have Saturday and Sunday to yourself. But you got to do that same rotation to make money Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I was in that exact same boat. I would have to get up and go to a job that I did not like, drive and fight through traffic, 30 to 45 minutes of traffic. And then once I got to my job, not only did I have to work long slaving hours of 6 to 8 hours on a minimum wage basis, but I had to deal with coworkers that I did not like. And ironically enough, the same people that I did not like, I found myself spending the most of my time with them because I was always at work and they were always at work. Why? Because we were both there because we needed to get money in order to pay our bills. So I'm working, and I realized there was a pattern. If I wasn't happy at one particular job, I'd go to the next one. But it was that same pattern that followed me, is that I can only make but so much at this job, and I could only work as many hours as I could, but my pay was not going to change. Meaning that if I worked 40 hours a week, that was all that I could work without going over overtime. But regardless, my pay of $10 an hour was not going to change, no matter how many more hours that I work. So I said, enough is enough. I got to find something else that's going to be able to bring in more money for me, because this was not cutting it. I was not liking having to get up every day and deal with customers and my coworkers on top of that were not very pleasant, and then bust my butt working these long hours and only getting minimum wage. And I'm only getting paid every 2 weeks. So that meant 2 paychecks per month. So I decided I was going to look into some other types of opportunities of making money. So first thing I thought about was, let me get into some internet marketing. So went on Facebook, or went on Google, and I looked up internet marketing, because all I saw when I did think about internet marketing were people flashing money, flashing cash, saying, oh, make this, make that, you can do this, you can do that. I was like, man, if this person can do it, I can do it too. So, and for those who don't know what internet marketing is, that's where you have to typically sign up 3 people, then they have to sign up 3 people, and then they have to sign up 3 people, and maybe after that you can start getting a paycheck. So I tried that, but I realized there was a hole in that particular scenario too. It was pretty much saying that in order for me to get paid, in order for me to get money in my pocket, I had to rely on somebody else's efforts, meaning that all those people that signed up, I had to keep them signed up in order to get a paycheck. I didn't like that. I figured if anybody's going to be in control of how much I get paid, or it's going to be based off anybody's efforts, it's going to be on my own of how hard that I work, because I know that nobody's going to work any harder for me than I'm going to work for me. You can't outwork me for me, because it's me. Just like ain't nobody going to work any harder for you than you can work hard for you. Okay? So I tried that. That did not work. Then I thought to myself, okay, well, I could start up a franchise. And just if you don't know what a franchise is, those are like McDonald's or Subway or Wingstop or places like that, where you can actually pay to have an establishment set up under that particular company. So I looked into it, went on Google, typed in franchises, looked up McDonald's and Subway. But the startup for those were a couple $100,000 to almost $1 million just to start it up. I'm like, man, the situation that I'm in right now is that I don't have any money, right? So why would I try to kick out money that I do not have? So that was not going to work for me at the time. That wasn't going to be suitable to my current financial situation. And on top of that, you usually don't see a profit once you start a business such as those until 2 to 3 years in. And I didn't have 2 to 3 years to wait. I needed money today. I needed money now. So what I did was I kept searching, and I came across a video very similar to the one that you're watching right now. And I linked up with a leader that was able to show me how to make money from home, how to work on my own terms, how to become my own boss. And ever since that, my life has changed significantly. I was able to take the income that I made working from home, working for myself, and replace that with the income that I was working at that CVS job that I did not like, with those people that I did not like, with a very little pay. And I was able to do this by becoming a 1099 employee. Now, for those who have never heard of what a 1099 employee is, let me go ahead and I think I got my little rag here. I'm going to use our board. Right now, you are a W-2 employee. I was a W-2 employee before I crossed over. So we're going to write down the differences. In W-2, this is where you're currently at, if you do not already have a business. So on this side right here, this is probably where you're at as a 1099 employee. As a W-2 employee. So these are some of the things that happens when you are a W-2 employee. You get taxed. You get controlled hours, meaning that somebody's controlling how much you work. And somebody has already predetermined your pay as a W-2 employee. What I found that as a 1099 employee, I get my money up front. I'm going to put my money. I get my money up front. So that means Uncle Sam isn't dipping to it, because when you get taxed, Uncle Sam, federal, state, all those people get a cut of your paycheck before you even get it. So let's say you worked 40 hours for the week and you worked at $10 an hour. That $400 you would be expecting has already been dipped into by the time you get it. So that leaves you with maybe like the upper two, maybe $300 after they, take out, depending on also how you're filing your taxes and who you have on your taxes, what your filing status is. So you already got a lot of money coming out. And here's another thing they don't tell you is that money that they automatically take out of your paycheck, 9 times out of 10, you're not even going to see an inkling of that back at the end of the year. So yeah, you may file your taxes, but usually what they've taken out, you don't even get close to that back. So that's just something else to think about. So the controlled hours, I control my own hours as a 1099 employee. I can work as little or as much as I want to. And my pay has the potential to be unlimited. Come on, I can make more than $10 an hour being a 1099 employee working for myself, okay? So let's break that scenario down. Let me find my rag. I don't know what I did. Oh, it fell. Let's break this scenario down right quick, okay? So now you know the differences when you are a W-2 employee versus being a 1099 employee. All them things are happening to you. As a 1099 employee, less of those things are happening, right? So let's say you working $10 an hour. For $10 an hour, right? That's your pay. That's what your job is offering to pay you for your services. $10 per the hour. And let's say you gotta work 8 hours, okay? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are representing your hours that you work. So you worked a total of 8 hours. Put per. So math tells us that 10 times 8 is what? $80 you made after 8 long, hard worked hours that you had to put in. And not to mention that, like I said before, everything that you make is already taxed. So you're probably not going to see that full 80. You're probably going to maybe see, 65, 70, depending on how you file your taxes, right? What if I told you that with 1 hour of work, it's possible that you can make $80. So 1 hour equals $80. How does that sound to you? Let's do the math on it real quick, okay? So we already know what the math is. If we worked 8 hours at $10 an hour, let's take a look at the math for, let's say we put in that same amount of work, and we're talking about in a single day, guys. We're talking about in a single day. $80 per hour. That already sounds nice. And then you work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. Somebody pull out a calculator. That gives you a total of let me write that bigger because I don't know if y'all can see that. That gave you a total, if you worked them same 8 hours that you're working at the job that you currently have for minimum wage at around $10 or a little bit more, you put in that same amount of work working for yourself at $80 an hour, this is what you're working with in a day. How does that look to you? $640 in a day. Hasn't even been touched by Uncle Sam yet. How does that look to you? I know it looks good, and I know that it's possible because I'm doing that. It's very possible, okay, guys? So this is $640. If you put in that same amount of work the next day, so what, 640 times 640 plus 640, so you bring down 12. Is that right? That's $1,280. That's more than the $1,200 I was telling you about at the beginning, and it's very possible. Okay, guys, you just gotta get yourself in with an opportunity in the right training that would allow you to make this, and it's very possible. So now, with that being said, you have two options. You can take the information that I just given you. You can go out there and you can go and be successful, because a lot of us are go-getters, and we're going to find where there's a will, there's a way. We're going to find a way to make something like this happen for ourselves. So that's your first option. And I guarantee if you go out and you put in work and you learn how to become a 1099 employee and work for yourself, you're going to succeed, hands down. Or you have option two. If you've never started a business before and you're a little afraid to just go out there on your own, if you've never been trained properly on how to even run a business, because running a business does involve marketing, regardless of what type of business that you have. So if you don't even know how to market properly, which is understandable if you've never done anything like this before, then what I'm challenging you to do is to get in contact with me so you can link arms with me so that I can show you exactly how you're going to be able to be successful. What I do is I offer a 12-week training program that you can get started with that's going to show you exactly how you can make something like this happen for yourself. Now, I do not work with everybody. Okay, and everybody cannot work with me because I'm looking for people who are dedicated, hard workers, who are not afraid to get their hands dirty, who are not afraid to put in work so that they can change their financial future. If you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, if that's what you were looking for, you are at the wrong place. This is not what we do here. What I do here is teach people how to work for themselves from home by using techniques that have been proven to work. Okay? So if this sounds like something that you want to get into, what I want you to go ahead and do is click on the link below. It's going to take you and tell you about our opportunity and what we do. It's going to give you information. After you do that, I want you to go ahead and get in contact with me. I want you to email me at the numbers 925, the word for, the word what at gmail.com. Again, I want you to email me at a925forwhat at gmail.com so that we can go ahead and start a conversation, start a dialogue to see if we're going to be compatible and a good fit to work with each other. Because again, I don't work with everybody. But if I choose to work with you, my goal is going to be to help you become financially free, financially successful, so that you don't have to go into that 9-to-5 job that you hate. You don't got to work those long slaving hours day in and day out to get money that's barely cutting it to get you by for you and your family. Not even enough. I'm going to show you how to remedy that, okay? So go ahead and get in touch with me. Click on the link below, and I look forward to working with you one-on-one, all right, guys? Again, this is Elle. See you on the inside.